All right, everyone. We're going to start off. Remember, we're going to use Fusion 360 make a lab. I know some of people's Saturday's lab issue with Fusion 60 running on the lab, which was kind of strange. Sometimes with everybody on it, I ran it all day today and it was all right. So we'll see what caused that, and we can do our work at home and get it working really well. So, anyways, just a real quick reminder. I'm going to go through a real quick review of what we did last time and go kind of quick, so that way we can go on to doing the next part. So yeah, making a lamp. Talked about what a CAD was, and we started using the work screen on it, and we made a box. And I'm going to go through the steps in this, and remember we had the edges on it, and then we could place materials. We put a hole in it. All right. Now, what I want to go right now is do it on Fusion 360 and show you some things we did that. And you can go doing it right along with me. So, yeah, Fusion 360, please bring it up. All right. So now I'm going here. I got a new sketch right up here. It's untitled. I'm going to create a box. Now, the minute I click here on the box, notice it's a sketch. One thing I want you to understand: sketches are 2D. Boxes and object you make many times are 3D. So that's what's going on. When I go over there, it kind of just messes up. So I'm going to take a point here. All right. Now, this says I only have size of 5 millimeters. I'm going to make mine then. We said 35 centimeters. All right, so we'll go 500 millimeters. Let's make it, that's a little bit bigger. Blow up. I'm going to make it 50 millimeters. You know, I could have changed it to centimeters, but I'm just going to do it this way. 50. 50. All right. Say OK. Now, I had this box. It becomes now a body. And that's what this is right here. If I turn this off, it'll go away. I turn it back on. So real quick, draw your box. Just so you see that again. And then as you draw on your box, remember, you create, don't click on these top ones. Don't just create a form or extrude. Go down, select the box, nail it. All right? Then highlight those said box, right click on it, and you can edit features. That's where you go when you want to change the size of the box. Sometimes it doesn't show that, so you remember to go back and grab the whole thing. But in here, I could change this all and make them all a different size. All right? Raise your hand if you got the box made. So that way I know you've done the box, and I can show you some more things off that box. All I want to do is spend 5 or 10 minutes on this review and get on to the next part. So let's get you going on this. Is anybody raising their hand right now? Raise your hand once you have it. I will wait until you've done it, because it still makes more sense for us to do that. Got our hands raised? I'm going to assume at this point, if you can't turn your program on, for some reason, just raise your hand then, so we're not waiting on you. But if you're working on it, that's we understand. And I will gladly wait. So if Calder or Ethan or Mike, Raiden, if you've got it, raise your hands and leave your hands up. Okay. Again, if I go here, select it like that, right click it. Remember, feature is changing the size. If you do properties, you're going to get physical materials, appearance, all that, which is really useful if you're an engineer, but we're not engineers yet, so we're just going to go with this now. But it's something you just should know the difference. A lot of programs, properties, give the description. All right, next thing then. We want to modify this. So we're going to click We're going to hit fillet. Now, what I would really suggest, I'll put everybody's hands down now. Go back over here. The menu, follow the menu. Whenever you select fillet or somebody's edges, they'll always have a menu. So notice it says, hey, select the edges. Now, if we go over right now like this, we should get all 12. I did. Sometimes you don't. I physically have to go around them each one. And then I'm going to make this. Don't make it, let's make it, oh boy. Let's make it 5. And then we say, okay. And there they are. That's my fillet. We did that. And finally, let me see if there's questions. Let me check questions. If I leave it because I'm in the car, I understand. Wow, how did you get? How do you get the recordings? Go to Young Engineers Today on YouTube. I'm going to share you a link here a little bit later. I'll put it up, and at the end there, and that way, if you subscribe, every time we post it, you'll have it. All right. Now let me go. I'll put on Google Classroom. I'll tell you what. May not be able to do it. If we don't get in class, I'll put on the Google Classroom. It'll be a link. You click on that link. It'll subscribe to the spring Young Engineers of Today, our classes on YouTube. All right. Now, next thing, I'm going to go another create. And what we're going to do here is a hole. So I just put this on this plate. Again, placement here. Then it says hole type. Simple. They have counter bore, counter sink, all kinds of nice things. I'll go counter sink just to try it. All right. Notice you can change that. If you make it a counter bore, you can start counter sink. You can do all these extra things. So that's a little bit better with a counter sink. I'm not really worried about changing it. Say OK. And there it is. Remember, we use these to get around, pan, zoom to fit. We have a square up here, which isn't always really easy to see. Move that around. And there it is from the top. And there it is. Okay? And then we went into materials and properties, but we'll do that in this next thing we're going to do today. But that was really the kind of goal. There's our bodies. And you kind of get a sense of what we're trying to do with this. All right? Anthony, I don't have to Fusion. You're going to need to go. Okay, guys, you weren't here, so here's what you need, and you get to the webinars. I'm going to take you right here so you can download it. But you really have to have this. So go over here and watch me. Everybody else, watch me if you don't have Fusion. You're going to go to Fusion. Don't get it yet. You're going to go to Fusion 360. You're going to go click there, and then select the one that says Free Software for Students and Educators. Create an account. Use your school email if you can. If you can't, talk to your folks. Or if you already have an account, sign in, then register, and then it'll have the download. For today, I'm recording this, so I'll make sure it's getting recorded. It is. If you don't get everything, just follow along, then you can watch another recording. I also, if you weren't here yesterday, have handouts. There's the PDF right now of the handout. Making a Lampart 1 PDF. Now let me see. I'm going to choose a file here. I might add another file. Because you're going to need it. Let's go here. There we go. I'm pulling down a file here. Okay. It's not what I want. I thought it would download right there, so I'm not going to, I don't see it right off the bat. Let me do a quick search. What was it? Lamp. Nope. Okay. Bear with me one second. I'm going to go. I will now go into Google Classroom. I'll tell you what, since you had that request, we'll do it all right now. Sorry for the interruption. We'll just do it. There's our first project, making a Fusion. I'm going into my, here it is, shade profiles. I'm not sure if I can just drag it in here. I don't think it'll let me do that. All right, let me do this. Download. It says I had it, so I don't know what I couldn't find it before. No, PDF, yes, that's so you have notes, so you can go through it. That's all. So I'm going to choose a file right now. There it is. Everybody's going to get this right in a minute. I need everybody to download this file. It's going to upload right now, shade profile. Everybody's going to need that. While that's going on, let me show you where to look for in Fusion 360 for the back videos. If you go here, Young Engineers of Today, YouTube. See if this is the right one. All right, let me see if I got it here. Yeah, this is the right one. Should look like that. There was the high school. The middle school had a flaw in it, so we'll make sure that it's not up here. I'm not sure why, but we'll go ahead and repost it. Let me thank you very much, YouTube, for doing that. So this is where you want to go to this channel normally to find everything. And you have people subscribing to it. Let me see. Playlists. You can tell I do. All right. And then let's get to. You'll see. So just come to that video and you'll have it there. I'll even put up a playlist later. All right. Created playlist. Let me see if I can add one here. I don't want to spend much time. So just come for here. You should see it come up. All right. I'll make sure the playlist. It'll be on your, if you weren't here last week, we have a Google Classroom for us. So let me go ahead and I'll share this with you right now since you weren't here. Let's do that. Google, all right, let me go Google Classroom. I'm afraid it might just show up in YouTube. I don't want that. Let's do this. Folks, you should be downloading that JPEG, especially if you already had Google Classroom and you're just waiting on us. All right, here they are. Middle school. I only have 8 of you, so some more of you need to sign up. All right, so how do you get involved with this? Right here, enter this, 7Y00O0M. Well, actually, 7Y00M. I'm going to copy this for you. Copy. Put it over here under comments. Bear with me, folks. All right, get your names on here, folks. We want to have everybody on here if we can, please. All right, let me go back here, stream. So go ahead. All right, Frank. All right, begins on here. Hello, everybody. All right, here we go. All right, very great. So that's where it is. I'll put the link there for you. Okay? All right. All right, no worries. So make sure, please, go to that version of Fusion 360, though, as a student. Now, everybody else, up in your right-hand page where it says 30-day, if you're on a 30-day trial, you can click on it and change it to being a student. Which mom? And a mom write in and tell us that, and my students have done that, so good job. That was Miss Jordan. Thank you, Miss Jordan. Okay. Now, at this point, raise your hand if you've downloaded. You downloaded the shade JPEG. If you've downloaded the shade JPEG, download it. download it, raise your hand. Don't take your hand off. Leave your hand up. I have no way of knowing if you've done it if you lower your hand. So please, leave your hand up. So a bunch of people could raise their hand right now. It would probably be a good thing. Download it. It's right here under handouts. It says Shade Profile. Download it. It's a JPEG. JPG. It's also Fusion 360 Make a Lamp. That, part 1. Download that. That way, if you ever get behind, or you need to go through it again, you can go through there. Still plenty of time in class today. Let's get that. All right, let's see. You can't what, Ethan? Ethan, you say you can't download it? Are you on a PC? Or a Mac? Some kind of computer? I can't low battery. Well, get it plugged in, my friend. I hope you get it down the road. Okay, buddy? Watch this then. Just watch this and what we're doing. All right? I'll treat, if I have to, we'll get this thing loaded as soon as possible later. All right. Now, we're going to go back here. You're going to go under File, New Designs. I'm going to show you on PowerPoint first, and then we'll do it together. But let's look at the presentation, and I'll make sure both ways a couple times. But, so you're going to go under New Designs. Up here, get New Designs. Then, insert, over here where it says Insert, you insert Attach Canvas. Everybody watch me first, then we'll all do it together, okay? Watch me first. So you're going to insert canvas. In fact, I'll do it in Fusion. Maybe we'll do the PowerPoint. I know that might make more sense. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go over here. File, New Design. There it is. Just watch me. Don't do it yet. To insert, attach canvas. Just like we said before, look at the menu that pops up and follows the order. First thing, identify the plane. I'm doing that right there. Then I'm selecting an image. Now I'm going to shade profile. There it is. I hit open. Now, capacity, I'm going to make sure that's at 50. Yours might be at 100. But what I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And when I do, I realize the lampshade, I'm going to zoom this to fit. All right. This lampshade is the wrong direction. I don't want it there. So I'm going to go to Z. I'm going to make that 90. Now it's about where I want it to be. Then I say, notice up here, there's nothing on here until I say, okay. Then up shows canvas. And if I look at my canvas, it shows shade profile. So let's all do it now together. I'm going to back this up. All right, so I'm going to come in, everybody together, hit insert, hit attach canvas. Select the face. Boom, there it is. What I want you to see, of course, now. I'm not sure why, but of course now all of a sudden it doesn't want to do it. Let's try that again. Let's do this. Insert. There we go. All right, I was able to select it. It was something with my webinar software. That's why I was doing that. I got one selected. I'm going to select an image. Shade profile. Notice when it's 2 dimensions, it's usually a sketch. And this is what we've got to begin with here. Opacity means how well can the grid come through my drawing. But I still want to see my drawing because I'm going to trace it. Then, it's going the wrong direction here. So I change the Z angle. I select 90. Now it's flipped to about the way I want it. You can do a horizontal flip. You can also do that way. You can also do a vertical flip. There we go. Once you have that, I'm going to say OK. Now, in case you're saying to yourself, well, how do I change this? All you have to do is go, let me close this and make sure. If you just see canvas, comments over here. Click on this down arrow, then right click on shade profile, edit canvas. That will allow us to do things right up here. So when everybody has their canvas like this, let me know. So think of Fusion when you're using Sketch, that's 2-dimensional. When you make the blocks, the cubes, everything else, that's 3-dimensional. Raise your hand once you've done it, folks. All right, a bunch of people have. Well done. Let me go down and see what questions we have. No questions. Raise your hand once you've got it. Mike, we need you to make sure you guys got Fusion 360 loaded and we get set there. All right. We got just about everyone here. All right, now I'm going to go back over to here. You see right here, I'm going to move this over for us, but I'm going to move this around. I'm going to grab that square. I'm going to get it turned around like this. I can also do it here, but the orbit, I don't like. Personally, I don't like using the orbit like this. I'm more of that. I like grabbing the square, but that's just me. Again, hit escape to get out of the orbit or panning or whatever you want. So if you hit the little hand, you can pan it. But if you ever say to yourself, I don't want to be that anymore, make sure you hit escape. All right. Our drawing calls for 135 millimeters. We don't really know what our drawing is yet. So the best way we're going to do is called calibrated. Because remember, when something's digital, you really don't have any sense of scale. So I'm going to go to Shade Profile. I'm going to right click. I was renaming it almost there. Hit Calibrate. I'm going to go zoom in a little bit more, gently. I'm going to pick here. I'm going to move it over, pan over, hit Escape once, and then hit here. Now, look at what I'm doing, guys. Don't you be doing it. Watch what I'm doing it so you can understand. If you look at this, it says, oh man, I'm 6.3488 millimeters. Well, we want it to be 135 millimeters. So we need to go down here, change it to 135 millimeters, and then press return. And I'm now all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I've lost it, I've ruined it. No, you haven't. Go to fit, and you'll see it's just gotten a lot bigger. So don't think that you lost it. It's just gotten a lot. It went from 6 millimeters to 135. Put everybody's hands down. Let me know once you've done that. Okay, get your hands up there once you've done it. This is really going to be worth it, guys, once we get through it. It's pretty cool. All right. Mike says, the Fusion you cannot download on microsynthesis. My system is not supported. It's supported by Macs and PCs. If you got a real old Mac, maybe it won't. Maybe you can get by a parent's laptop. What was the first stop? Aiden, we're a little bit late for catching up now. All right, let me just show you one more time, bud. But I'll also get you a PDF so you get caught up. We'll be set. All right, so here we go, man. I'll show you one more time. The first step was to insert, I don't want to do this so it'll mess mine up, attached canvas. Okay? The first set is to insert attached, I'll do a new one just so we can get through here real quick. Insert, attach canvas. Remember to use your menu to look it up there. Get the bottom screen here. Select image. Let's get shade profile. You should have downloaded off those handouts I've given you. And again, if you don't catch up right now, we can always get you in the PDF I've handed you. Make sure your opacity is about 100. Zoom in a little bit. Then change it. Now what you can do is flip it. All right, there we go. Wrong way there. Wrong way here. Let me see where we are. Yeah. I'm going to go back here and just make this 90 degrees. Okay. There it is, 90 degrees. There you go. So now you have it there. We did something called calibrating it. And all you did is go to our canvas, right click on it. Well, wait a minute, lower it down to do all canvases. Right click on shade profile and then do a calibrate. That's where we went on one dot here, and we hit it for 135. There we go. Now, it looks like it's disappeared. It's just kind of a lot bigger. If you do zoom to fit, you'll see it. There it is. Let's go back to 2, though. All right, so there's my 2. I got this shape by changing that square up in the corner. Okay, there you go. Good. I've inserted my image. Okay, good job, man. Nobody get caught up. Good job, man. All right, now, remember, now I'm going to move the corner of this drawing right there because I just want it over there. If I click on shade profile, hit edit canvas, there I am. I'm okay. Now I'm going to say okay. So, actually, I don't like where I put it. I just messed it up. I don't want to go. I want to go here. Edit canvas. I'm going to move it down here. I want the corner of my drawing to be here. If you can see on his drawing, he really didn't have it perfectly lined up. That's okay. And then we say okay. There it is. All right. Now, next step. What I want you to look at now, let's get rid of this next step. We know we've got the current stuff. We're going to go back to sketch because we're going to trace over this. I'm going to do this by hitting the word L for L. All right, so here we go. Oh, I don't want to do that. Sorry. Oh, let's redo line. I'm going to undo line. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let me do it this way. Sketch. Go down here, go to line. And I'm going to click here. And I'm going to click right on the edge of this. Now, I'm just going to press enter. This line we got to get rid of. All right, let me zoom this around a little bit better. See, I've got another line. See how that's in there wrong? You know what, folks? I'm going to go back to home. That line, see how important it is to have your right line there? Let's get this turned, and let's move this origin. Let's not do it to the origin like that. I like the red line, and I like the corner there, but I don't like the fact that it wants to change top, bottom, and side by having it there. So I'm going to move this a little bit. All right, there we go. I'm going to still line it up here, but I'll move it right there. And then I'm going to go to front. So let's go up here. Top. There we go. There I'm on top. This is more what I really want. See, okay? Then let's zoom in here. We're going to make our lines again. I don't have to worry about it blasting through like I just did. So go to line. I'm not sure I'm getting this now. Unless I'm just drawing in the wrong line, which might be. Let me see something. Okay. This is what happens when you get weird in 3D. All right, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to start over here, folks. I've gotten my origin off. So now I'm not really drawing. This is not in the right plane anymore. I've messed this up. I'm going to go back. I think the better thing for me to do is go here. Of course. Edit canvas. I just want to keep it sure I'm on this top plane. I'm going to make sure I calibrated it. Calibrate. Bear with me 1 second. Yep, it's calibrated. Escape. We're set there. I want to make sure I'm on this plane right here. Oh, don't do that. Let me use my hand here. Pull it down. Sometimes it's honestly with Fusion, it's faster. Just start over and do it again. This is not hard what we're doing here. So I'm going to hit create a sketch. Line, which is also L. I'm going to select here, this point right here. Let's go back. Top, come on. Let's try it right here. Got one line there. So I'll start down here, hit L again, click here to here. Let me get the zoom to fit. Then up here. Folks, I've taught this 7 times today, and I'm getting a weird one. I use this square up here. I rotate it off. I'm in a wrong, somehow I've got this thing acting like I'm in a really wrong axis. So I'm going to go back. No. I'm just going to get out of here real quick. Let me do this. All right. Here we go. Bear with me. Done some of that. There's 90. There it is. That's good. Okay. Okay. Right now I'm going in there. It's editing the canvas. Don't really need to do that. I'm going to calibrate. Now I think about it, calibrate it, because I started over. There's 1, 2. Make that 135 as it calls for in the plans. Zoom it to fit. Great. Now I'm going to move this. Having done that the last time, I'm not doing it that anymore. I've not had that happen before, but you know what? That's going to happen again. I'm going to just move it like over here. Okay. Now I'm going to move this box till it's where I want it, right there. And what I want to see next. Make sure not to. All right, great. So we're still where we need to be. All right. Then go to sketch, go to line. Mine is that really weird. See, mine is now placed. See how it's placing it? No matter what I do, it's. All right, let me try this. It's not going to place on my. Folks, I got to get all the way out. Mine's just acting odd. I thought it was me at first. It's my Fusion. Bear with me a second. Don't say it. I'm going to start it back up. Hopefully we'll fix it. I apologize if you're trying to rotate it. I can show you on my presentation slide what's going to happen. Let me go back over to that. So, and I'll bring it up in a minute. We changed it, changed the opacity. We rotated it around so it would look like this. Let me go ahead and bring it up like this. Get mental. All right, so we changed it so that was the top, so it was like this. And that's what I expected. Then we're going to calibrate it. Hit right-click on Shadow Profile. Hit Calibrate. Change that to 135. You want to line it up with the axis, so we hit Edit Canvas, and we move it over the axis. He's got it right on there. I keep, for some reason, mine tonight. I got to figure out why. I don't know if it's software. It wasn't. Like I said, I taught this 7 times. Literally, I've taught making the lampshade 7 times today. You're my 8th time. So I've gotten pretty good at it. So anyways, you go to Create Sketch. Make your line. You're going to create a line with an endpoint. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go from here to here and just keep drawing it all out. You're going to do this line right here, and the line at the top. That's what we're shooting for. Line bottom, line up here, then line up at the top. That finishes it. Then you use something called splines to work your way all the way down this. You don't need a ton of them. That's a lot right there. But once you've connected it all, it'll go to brown. That's what we're trying to get you to go through. So let me try just one more. I'm going to pop it open and see what the heck's going on my Fusion. I'm getting this weird. It doesn't want me in the right. I'm not sure why it's doing that. So I'm going to go and try it right now. Of course, a minute. It's loading up. How many people have gotten it to the point that they're ready to start putting this? I'm going to put your hands down. Let's see if you're ready to do the splines. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add this while you're doing it. Okay, let's do it here. Let's go. Again, inspect. I'm going to bring this to home so it's where it normally is. Well, that's... Okay, so I'm at home. I'm going to attach canvas. Right here's where we attach it. Select an image. Open. Change this to 90 degrees. I've done this enough times. Okay. Zoom to fit. Click on this. Calibrate. Calibrate. Make it 135. Center. It's going to be too big. Zoom to fit. All right. Now I just want to draw. All right, there we go. Now I just want to sit there, go to sketch, draw a line. See, this is what's wacky on mine. Somebody sees what I'm doing that's just fundamentally wrong here, let me know. Let's try this. Stop sketch. I think I see what's going on. Stop sketch. All right, let's go to sketch. Create a sketch. I'm going to click here. Let's make sure it knows that's where I want to be. Let's draw a line. There we go. I just got to make sure I tell it up there. Press return. These are our controls on it. We'll get to those down the road. Another line. Here. And then press enter. Turn. Got one, and then we'll press one more. I'm going to hit L, I guess. Right there. Take it out to here. All right, now I've got 3 lines. There. I can't really do the curve any other way. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to delete that one. I don't need that. I want it connected there. So I'm going to be here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do splines. So I go to sketch, select spline. Start up there. I'm going to start putting little splines down this. These are like nodes in Inkscape. Again. Speedy's sake, I'm going to go fast. You can edit these and move these little lines around. Let's see if F6 will work. Great. So, press return once you've, and see I got that brown? That's exactly what I want. So when you do your sketch, make sure you, if it has that, I'll show you real quick. When you do a new sketch, even after you've done that drawing, make sure you select that plate there. That way you'll draw on this line. Didn't have that problem earlier, but it did it just then. Okay, where are we with people? All right, raise your hand if you've got some kind of brown going on there right now. Remember, once you get down to the last green one of the spline, press enter. So Hannah's got it. We've got a bunch of other people working on it then, apparently. Now I'll go through it again with you exactly what I did. But I want to show you because this is going to look really cool in a moment. Because once it's done like that, I'll just show you so this way, and I'll help you all get to this point. If I go up here again, and if I go to Create by Revolve, select my profile, it's the thing we just drew. Select my axis, it's the edge of the side of what we just drew. And suddenly now, I have it looks like an upside down cup. Say OK. And then really, we can change colors and everything, but there it is, see? And what I'm going to do at this point, go to Modify, go to Shell, select Shell right here, go to the other side. I'm going to use the square cube to get me there. That side. Now I'm going to make the thickness -5. 0.5. Let's see if that'll work. Sometimes it make it 5 millimeters. Don't make it 0.5. Make it 5 millimeters. Select OK. And guess what now? What's really cool is this thing has got a hole in it. And I don't know. I think that's just cool. So, whoops. So look at that. It's got a hole all the way through it. All right. What that means is you can take something, draw it at home, bring it in, we can scan it. You can get it right into your, save as a file, and you can put it right on your, right on this. Isn't that amazing? All right, I'm going to go back so you can see where we are with this. I'm going to undo shell. There's my drawing. Let me get this back to where it was. Let me get to front. Whoops. That'd be top, actually. All right. Now, raise your hand if you got at least to here. All right. Where can I help people? Now, let's go through and let's see if you can make. Once you have it like there, it's got to be brown. If it's not brown, it means you have it connected here or over here and here. How did you rotate it with that square? So what you do is, how many people have got looking brown? So I don't know, Mr. McGinn, Mr. Matura, Jordan, Graham, Mr. Wang. All right. We got 8 people. We've lost 1 or 2, but okay. Have you gotten into this brown part that you can use in the software? You got a question. Great. Bunch of you do now. Excellent. Okay. Once you have it like that, let me click over here. We're going to create again. We're going to hit Revolve. Go to Revolve. First thing, select the profile. It's this thing right here. Then select the axis. I'm going to select this axis right here. See how it formed right there? And then you're going to say, OK. Putting everybody's hands down. Let me know if you get it to this point. I've given you handouts. You can go back through this. You can go back through this video if you didn't get it. But please work on this tonight or tomorrow to get to this point so we make the next part of this. So Mr. McGinn's gotten it to that point. Very good. Leave your hands up, guys, though. That way I know you've done it. If it didn't, raise your hand once you have it. We got one there. All right, come on, folks. Nobody else has gotten it at this point? Ask me some questions. I'll stay and help. How do I make it 3D? Glad to show you. Let me back it up. I'll show you. Once you have it like this and it's brown, go to Create. All right? Go to Revolve. That's this command right here under Create, Revolve. Menu choice is going to come up. It may be slid behind something. But go on, select the profile. That's this. Then select the axis. So click on Select the Axis and go right here. Do it on the axis of your drawing. It makes more sense. And then say, OK. There you are. Did that help, Liam? Mr. Snodgrass? Where do I do when I'm at Revolve? I just showed you, Aiden, but I'll show you one more. I'm happy to show you one more time. Let's do it. So, you're at this. You go to Create, click on Revolve. This menu, find out where this menu is. It should come up. Then select your profile. It's going to be this. See the blue right there? Then select Axis. Pick the axis of your drawing. This will form just like this. And you say, OK. If you made this look something like what I have, raise your hand. I only have a couple people saying they've raised their hand on it, so I'm a little bit not sure why, or if I've confused it. I'm sorry. It does look cool, you gotta admit that. But Anthony, Calder, Hannah, Liam, Logan, Mike, if you can't access the software, just raise your hand. I know we're not waiting for you. But if you can access the software and you're struggling, write down what your question is. I'll even unmute you and I can ask you. Leave your hands up, guys. When you take them down, I can't tell. I had several hands go up. Now we got none. All right. Sorry for a little bit of confusion I had on the plane tonight with this. But make sure under handouts you download the slides for doing what we did here. This will be loaded by first thing in the morning. You can re-watch this part of it. But try to get here. Try to get this done. Try to get here next time by 7 o'clock. I guess you just got here. But this is what we've been working on. All right, there's 4 of you. 3 of you got done. I think Mike's going to get his software running on a computer. Hopefully Aiden will have it here in a minute. And Liam will get it working. Everything is connected. Why isn't it turning brown? Because not everything is connected. Can you do it? It won't let me select a profile. It won't let you select a profile if that menu choice, did you get it to turn brown? Did it do this? Make sure after you draw on these splines that you press enter. That's another thing people weren't doing. Press enter so it connects this whole face. It's got to be this brown. Then, and only then really, go to Create, Revolve. Make sure you click on this blue line that says Profile. Make sure it says Blue Select, and then click on it there. But it has to be brown. It has to fill in that whole area. No, it didn't turn brown. Then you don't have something quite connected there. Worst comes to worst, redraw it and do it again. But chances are, some of the things are you didn't draw this top line up here. One of these lines you didn't draw. You only use regular lines here. L, L, L. You use splines down here. Okay? And that's how you get this brown look to it. You can extrude this, by the way, because now this whole blue thing, so if I wanted to, I could do this. You could pull it up, grab that, I almost had it there. Pull it by there, and you could extrude it out like this. See? See how I extruded it? But for the only way I can extrude it, it's got to be considered a solid thing. Now, I cut out the edge of it, which is kind of cool. Anyways. All right, let's just go undo what we just did. Once it's like this, then we can start doing things to it. All right. How to make a hole into it? Logan, great question. Look at the handout I gave you, but really what you do is if you go under Modify, you can go ahead and select Shell. All right. Okay. I've got a next class is starting up in a minute. I will have this recordings. You do have the handout. Work your way back to the handout. I will also, so we'll get you squared away there, okay? Fusion 360 also has videos on this very thing. So I'll get you both. So let me give you my handout. Let's get back on that. All right. You all hang in there. Have a great night. Take care. I'm going to jump off for the next 8 to 9 o'clock class. Okay? Take care, all. I'll see people Thursday. All right? See you Thursday. For those people who have a Thursday night lab. Bye.